Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome. Whether you've joined today because someone invited you, maybe you saw a post online, you got a text from us, or you're just curious to know what the industry has to offer, I'm really glad that you're here today. I do want to start by asking you to keep an open mind. I am a product of the product, and I have personally seen how this industry has changed my world, and I want to share the information to help change your world as well. Now, today isn't just about taxes. In fact, this presentation has very little to do with tax law itself because we're talking about opportunity. It's about building a skill that can create income, open doors, and give you more control over your future. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why so many people, from parents and teachers, nurses, retired people, even people with full-time jobs, have decided to enter the tax industry. Now, some wanted extra income, some wanted to leave their jobs, some simply wanted to stop worrying every time an unexpected bill showed up. A lot of them started exactly where you are today, filled with questions, doubts, no experience. Now, by the end of this presentation, my goal is very, very simple. I want you to understand what this opportunity really looks like, what it actually takes to succeed, and whether it's the right fit for you. I'm not here to pressure anyone into making a decision. I'm here to educate you so you can make an informed decision. Because if there's one thing I've learned after more than 15 years in this industry, it's that knowledge changes lives, but only when you pair it with action. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about all the tax industry has to offer you. Now, how to build your tax business. It's not so much about getting clients and doing a tax return. We want to make sure that the business is profitable, scalable, and that you're the expert, right? So remember, this isn't simply about learning taxes. Honestly, thousands of people know how to prepare tax returns. Fewer people know how to build a business around that skill. And today we're going to talk about both. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Colon, and this is my 16th year in the tax industry. I want to say my 7th year as a mentor. It's my absolute passion. I love helping other people learn and grow in this industry. Again, I've seen what this has done for my world. I want to have it do it the same for your world as well. I'm personally a mom of three. I have two 7-year-olds and a 3-year-old who has some medical complexities. So I understand, honestly, what it's like to build a business while balancing family, right? Everything I'm sharing with you guys today comes from real experience, not theory. I'm very big on not showing you something that I haven't accomplished myself. So everything that we're going to talk about today is because I've accomplished it. Now, I want you to think about why you showed up today, right? What was the reason you came across our website? Not just because you received a text message, but what was it that made you actually register for this webinar? What was it that made you say, "Yeah, I need something extra." And I want you to write that down because you're going to revisit that, okay? Did you just want to own your own business? Do you just want more flexibility? Do you just want a career that you can control? Everyone here has a different reason, right? But they're all connected to wanting more choices. My reason, my why are my 3 kids, right? I want to be class mom. I want to go on all the field trips. I don't want to miss a conference. I don't want to deal with traffic all day. So my why is my kids. Now, whatever your why is, again, write it down because we're going to revisit it. The reality of many families is that most people aren't really afraid of working hard, right? The problem is that they work harder every year, but they don't move forward financially. A lot of households today are one emergency away from serious financial stress. And this isn't because they're lazy, it's because they only have one income source. Now, money isn't usually the problem. Dependence is, okay? When all of your income comes from one employer, someone else controls your financial future. Building another income stream changes that equation. And I'll tell you now more than ever, because of inflation, because of things going on, you're finding more and more people can't afford their lives with just one source of income. So I'm not telling you become a tax preparer, quit your job today, right? What I'm saying is open your eyes to another opportunity that can work in line with what you're already doing until you can give that up. I know nurses that have left and teachers that have left their career choices of which they studied to become full-time tax professionals. Now, why taxes? Believe me, I hear you. I didn't want to do taxes when I was growing up, right? When I graduated high school, I wanted to be a social worker. I was kind of pushed into this industry. It was originally when I started working in the tax office, it was a stepping stone till I figured out what my next move was going to be. What do I want to do next, right? But everything happens for a reason, in my opinion, and this was the path for me. Now, why taxes? Honestly, tax preparation solves a real problem. Every year, people need help. Most taxpayers don't want software, they want somebody that they can trust. And once you've earned that trust, clients usually return year after year. Not only them, but they'll start referring their friends, their family, their coworkers, and different people to have you complete their tax returns, answer their questions. Okay. There are businesses that boom and disappear. And honestly, taxes is not one of them. The tax industry, because of its requirement, exists regardless of the economy. That's why so many entrepreneurs choose it as the foundation for their business. I've spoken with bookkeepers. I've talked to, credit repair agents and mortgage agents or mortgage brokers. I've talked to so many industry leaders that are tax professionals. And the reason they become tax professionals is because it opens doors. They can always come back to it because it is the foundation of their work. Now, this isn't about chasing money. Money is always just a tool, it's a resource. The real goal here is creating options. Options to spend more time with your family. I already told you guys that was my why. Options to choose your schedule. That's my why. Options to build something that belongs to you, something that you own, and eventually you can pass down to your kids. Think of it as a legacy. Now, I hear these objections every day when I'm talking to somebody about becoming a tax professional. They think they need to be a CPA, and that's simply not true. They think they need an accounting degree, and that's simply not true. They think they have to be great at math. And one of the things that my mentees will always tell you, if you speak to any of my mentees and you say, "What does Jenny always say?" What they're going to tell you is, Jenny always says she does taxes, not math. Because personally, I'm not great at math, right? Now, none of these things determine whether you're going to succeed or not. The right training does, because the IRS honestly doesn't require any of this. Now, if those myths aren't true, then what actually matters? Success in this industry comes down to having a roadmap, someone to guide you, and people who need your services. Every successful tax business starts with three pieces: a proven system, a mentor who's already done it, and a strategy for finding clients. Miss one of those, and honestly, your growth is going to become much harder. Kind of going back to a mentor, I think in any business that you're going to start, whether it's a tax preparation business or a dog grooming business, a pet grooming business, you need a mentor, someone who has made the mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. Now, this is where TSG Pro Advisor is different, and this is where I think we set ourselves apart. We don't only teach tax law. We focus on building tax professionals who know how to operate an actual business. When I personally looked at different organizations, I did realize that learning taxes, I should say, wasn't enough. You can buy a course anywhere. What most people struggle with is everything that comes with after they finish the course. That's why I chose a community built around long-term success. Some of our mentees have been with us for years, not because they don't know what they're doing in taxes, but because they appreciate the mentorship that we provide them and the help that we provide when they need it. Now think about every step of your journey. When you have questions, when tax laws change, when your first client calls you, when you want to grow, you're not going to be out here figuring it out alone. You're going to have mentors. We do tax law updates. You have support. You're going to have strategies. And best of all, you'll have a community because yes, you have us as mentors, but you also have colleagues who are in the same industry. Honestly, we've built this in a way where we don't see each other as competition, who are going to answer your questions and help you figure it out. Now, here's what our members actually receive: education, professional tax software that's capable of doing personal returns, business returns, state returns, and more. We also teach you marketing, leadership development, support. Everything works together so you're not piecing it together. Your business is one company, it's one place instead of multiple companies. Now, one of the first questions that people ask me is, how do I become official? How do I get certified to be a tax pro? Well, we walk you through everything that the IRS requires, like the registrations for your PTIN, which is what identifies you as the tax professional, and the EFIN, which is what allows you to send the return electronically to the IRS directly. That way, you're operating your business legally and confidently. Learning shouldn't stop after one class. Everything is available online so you can learn around your work schedule and revisit lessons whenever you need them. Yes, we do have classes live. I don't want you guys to feel like we're just gonna you're gonna join us and then we're gonna just kind of throw you into the classes and you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. Absolutely not. We're with you 100% of the way. We are gonna teach you live, but in the event that you can't attend, everything gets recorded and gets uploaded. Now, a lot of people ask Jenny, it's July. Why would I join now? Nobody's talking about taxes. The truth is, the next tax season is coming whether you're ready for it or not. 12, no, I don't want to say 12 months. We'll say 6 months from now, December. You either wish you had started or you'll already be doing clients. You're already going to be taking clients. Now, my girl here, Anelis Guzman, I love sharing real stories because success becomes believable when you see someone else's journey. Anelis didn't begin with experience. She began with a decision. She learned consistently. She applied what she was taught, and that decision changed her family's financial future. Her story proves that experience isn't the deciding factor, commitment is. The people who succeed are rarely the ones who know the most at the beginning. They're the ones who keep showing up. Now, if we go back a slide, you'll see that Anelis originally started working at Walmart. She only did it part-time. She had no experience at all. She barely knew how to build a business. She used to take the classes when she was on her lunch break or any breaks that she had. Now today, she owns a solid tax business. She has a complete client portfolio. She's also now investing into real estate. And honestly, she's one of the most recognized brand ambassadors of TSG ProAdvisor. Right? Now, everyone has a choice. You can continue relying solely on a paycheck. That's completely up to you. I applaud you if that's what you choose to do. Or you can start building an asset that pays you year after year. I'll tell you the truth, neither decision is going to be easy. But one of the decisions creates long-term ownership and eventually financial freedom. Now, what makes TSG different? Many programs teach tax prep, and that's great. We go beyond that because we teach you how to attract clients, how to build a brand, how to lead a business, and how to grow beyond just tax season. One of the reasons, the biggest reasons I should say, that people quit isn't lack of intelligence, it's isolation. Having mentors and peers to ask questions helps keep you moving forward. So we have a Facebook group that's private, and you can connect with the entire community of TSG ProAdvisor, which ranges from brand new tax preparers all the way to very well experienced tax preparers that are being mentored by us. We also have a WhatsApp group. It is private. Not everybody has access to it. And same thing. You have access to the mentors the same way you have access to the CEO, and you have access to other members, I should say, in the platform. Now, I already hear you guys. I already know. You're going to ask me, Jenny, can I do it? Truthfully, being a product of the product, and I know that the CEO, Mr. Carlos Rosario himself, hates to hear me say it, but if I can do it, you can do it. The evidence honestly shows that you can do it. The question is not, can you do it? It's, will you do it with a proven system that we know works? A lot of people tell me, Jenny, I don't have time. Okay, well, we have the same 24 hours in a day. And the truth is, the classes are recorded and you have access to your learning platform 24/7. You learn at your own pace. You can't say you don't have time. You need to make time. You want to make a change in your life, you need to make the change that comes along with that. Okay? I hear it all the time. I don't know anything about taxes. Great. You are my ideal person because this system was designed to teach you from scratch. You're ideal for me because what I love most is when I can mold someone into becoming me in the sense of business, right? You'll know what to do versus someone who already comes with bad habits and you got to kind of break those bad habits to rebuild the person. Now, you might also say, Jenny, I already know how to do taxes. And that's fantastic too. You're also my ideal person. Because we're also going to teach you marketing. We're going to teach you leadership. We're going to teach you business growth. So yeah, we have classes starting from basic, but just like last year where the one big beautiful bill was a whole thing and a lot of tax preparers didn't even get the knowledge that they needed directly from the IRS until March of this year when we were already doing tax returns. Here at TSG, I had already taught how to do the one big beautiful bill. As a matter of fact, I taught over 1,000 tax professionals all about the one big beautiful bill with the no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. I hear a lot. I don't know if the investment is worth it. And that one stings the most because if you're still questioning if an investment is worth it in yourself and you're in a business that you know you can make money or that you've seen other people make money, then obviously I didn't convey something from the beginning of this webinar. The real question is how much does it stay? How much does it cost to stay in the same space for another year? Remember your why. Why are you here today? Why are you listening to me? What changed? What was it that made you register? You picked up your phone, you answered the message, you answered the call, you registered for this webinar, you came here today. Why? Now, doing nothing has its own price. You lose another year of experience, another year of referrals, another year someone else is building their dream while yours stays on hold. Believe it or not, that job that you work is building someone else's dream. Someone else, your boss or the owner of your company, the company that you're working for, started exactly where you are. They had a plan, they had an idea, they wanted something more of life. The difference between you and that person is that they implemented something versus you're okay with not doing that. Now, if you bought everything separately, honestly, the cost of this is ridiculous. Over $10,000 worth of investment, truthfully. If you purchased every resource separately, the cost is going to be higher. And I'm going to tell you this, the goal isn't to overwhelm you with value, it's to simplify your journey. If you just wanted access to our Learning Academy, great, $997. You want access to just mentoring? Great, $5,000. Software, well, I guess you could find it at different rates, anywhere from $900 to $5,000, depending on what software you have and what capabilities it has. You want a marketing manager? Honestly, I put $997, but I'm sure it'll be more. Leadership conferences, I'm sure you'll invest more than $497. CE credits, because the IRS really doesn't have any requirements for certifications. The CE credits can range you anywhere from $100, depending on what you're doing, right? Support, that costs money too. Again, I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm here to simplify your journey. Now, what's the investment? You have the option of an annual cost of $13.99 that includes everything that we've already discussed. Tax Academy, individual courses, business courses, marketing, my brain, marketing, mentorship, support, your software, everything's included in that price. You have to remember that this is not an expense. It's an investment into a skill that is going to continue paying you for years. Right? We all go, if you're a woman here, you go get your nails done and you pay those people, $130, $140, maybe you just pay $50. Point is, you keep doing that, you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your appearance. Why wouldn't you invest in a skill that continues to pay you? Now we get it. A lot of people don't have $13.99 floating around, and that's okay. We have created some payment plan options as well. Our payment plan option right now is $299 down and $99 a month. The $299 is a setup fee. The $99 is for 12 months. So if you were generally to start today, your down payment with your first monthly service, you would be paying $398 out of pocket and then $99 a month starting next month of the day that you watch this webinar. But because we are celebrating the 250 years of the United States, we do have $250 off of your enrollment fee. This is valid through July. What I will tell you, the sooner you get it, the better it is because it is going to expire. And eventually when it does, you are going to pay more. So right now, if you sign up today and you're using the payment plan, you can do 49 down, $99 a month. So your out-of-pocket payment today would be 148 instead of 398, saving you some money. In girl math, practically free, right? Now, let's put this into perspective a little bit. How much is a single season worth? Now, my goal is to get you to 100 clients at minimum. 100 clients at an average preparation fee of about $350 equals about $35,000. That is one tax season. And you're not going to charge everybody 350 because you might deal with some people who are self-employed. You're going to deal with all kinds of things. So you can make more money for sure. Now imagine what happens as those clients return and refer other people to you. Let's say each 100 customers that come see you each recommend one person, and you now have done 200 returns at $350. You just doubled your income in 3.5 months. Truthfully, $35,000 is someone's whole annual salary. What would $35,000 do for you right now today? Now, you're not buying a membership because could you figure this out on your own? Absolutely. The real question is, how many years do you want that process to take? Right? We've made the mistakes. I've been through 3 IRS due diligence audits, and I can tell you everything I learned from each one because they're all completely different. Right? So what you're building here, what you're paying for here is not only the education on how to do a tax return. You're paying for someone's knowledge, you're paying for your mentor skills. You will succeed as long as you apply everything that we are teaching you. Now, our reviews speak for themselves, right? I can tell you that this works, but I'd rather let our members tell you that it works. Their success stories are proof that the system is repeatable, scalable, and makes them money. Everything we've discussed today comes together here. Education, software, marketing, support, mentorship, community is designed so you can focus on building your business instead of searching for the missing pieces. You don't need to decide today that you'll become the best tax professional in the industry. You only need to decide whether you're willing to bet on yourself. Again, this promo expires at the end of July, which means if you come to me on August 1st and you're like, Jenny, I missed the promo, please, they're going to tell me no because it's been available already for 30 days. So no. Starting August 1st, your down payment, if you want to do the payment arrangement, is $398 and $99 a month. Right now, it's $148 because it's $49 down, $99 a month. Again, girl math, it's basically free. If this opportunity has spoken to you, let's take the next steps together. You have questions, reach out to me. Choose which payment option works best for you. And most importantly, let's build something that's yours. Here you have my phone number. If you scan this QR code, it should take you directly to my page, which is jenny.tsgproadvisor.com, where you can register for the membership or the program, the class. You'll find everything that you need directly on that webpage. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to text me. You can text me on WhatsApp or directly via text message. Okay. Now, some of you may say, I don't have the $13.99. I don't have the $2.99. Okay. So finance it. PayPal, Klarna, you have buy now, pay later options. That might be even cheaper than the $2.99 down and $99 a month. Visit my website, go to it. If you have good credit, I think PayPal does focus on your credit, whereas Klarna doesn't. So you might just want to check your options, but we've made it completely simple for you guys. Okay. You have two options. You can sit and wait for another year to pass without doing anything and stay in the same situation that you are, or you can start today and within a few weeks, with our guidance, be ready to do taxes and start your own tax business. You're not buying a membership. You're investing into a skill, a community, a system, and a business that can be with you for years. So remember, option one, $13.99, it's annual, or option two, the down payment with $99 a month, usually $299. Again, it's on sale, or we have the promo where it's only $49 down, $99 a month. Please take advantage of this. Start the next chapter of your life today. Stay connected with me. Scan the QR code, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is where I'm active the most. I share tax updates, marketing ideas, business strategies, and training throughout the year. This presentation is only the beginning of your career, of your business. Thank you so much for investing your time today. I truly believe that one decision can change your future. I know that this industry can change your life. I hope to see you outside of this webinar and inside the program. And even more importantly, I hope to see you building the business that you've been dreaming about.